first time building a 3 inches FPV drone? Don't skip this part.
For this build, I will show you exactly what problem. Perfect, now it's time to secure the flight controller with our bolts right here. Let's attach the lead actually, because yeah, it's a little bit harder here, it's a little bit tight. Yeah, it worked and it's sitting very good. Now we can go ahead and solder our wires here. First one is the LED, this one, the yellow one, 5 volts, and the last one is the ground. Now it's time to put our motors. I will put the wires under the flight controller, and it's not important how we will solder them, I mean the order. You can flip it around in Betaflight after. Perfect, now we can go ahead and do the same process with all the wires, and I will get back to you in a moment. Perfect guys, I'm very happy how it turned on. I mean, everything is well organized and yeah, it looks very cool. Very nice. Now it's time to heat shrink our receiver, but before we need to put our antenna right here. So it will go something from here and we put it right here like this, and we need to put the heat shrink now. Perfect, we can secure it with a zip tie right here so it will stay organized. Perfect, now it's time to put our DJI O3, and for this we need first to take the antenna out, because we can't do it otherwise. We have to put the antenna over here, and because of this we have to remove it from here. Now we can go ahead and put it back. Let's put our camera now in the protection, in this protection TPU. We have to remove the screws first. Let's try to put the air unit here, because this part is a little bit hard. And now we put the other side. Now we can push it into place. Now let's put the standoff. Let's see how it fits. And now let's put our camera. We have to remove the standoff right here because it doesn't fit otherwise. And we simply push the camera inside. Like this. The TPU is designed very good. I like this TPU and this one. It's very, I mean, it fits very good. Now let's go ahead and put our standoff. We can twist the cable around because it's long. I forgot to put the cable for the air unit. Let's see if it fits now. Let's try to put it. It should fit. Okay, perfect. I managed to put it to pull it out, and now the hard part. Maybe I will need to remove this because I don't have access right here. Yeah, I have to remove it and put it back again after. Now let's put our camera. Problems I encountered with the unit, so you will not encounter it yourself, and I will show you some different solutions, let's say, for this frame, because it's a little bit harder, a little bit trickier to build, and you need to know exactly the details so you will not get into problems. So we will start with this board. So as you can see, you have here 2 holes here, and here you have 3 holes. So to mount it, to mount the I/O board in front, you have to have the 3 holes here in the front and not in the other side. Before I had it switch around, and I have this board, so these 3 holes I had them in the back, and I couldn't move the I/O unit to the front, which caused me some problems, and I had to open it again and flip it around. I will show you why I have these problems. So this is the Foxeer. So we have the battery pads right here, and we have the USB here. To mount it, I mounted something like this. Let me show you. So we have the battery plug here, the wires, and they will come through here to the to the underside, or other side, the under of the frame. And the USB is located right here. When I had the holes flipped around, the I/O moved a little bit to this part, which makes it really hard to connect anything to the USB here. Now it's hard as well, and this is why I have something like this. This is an adapter to extend, it's an extender actually, to extend the USB connection and put it somewhere here for ease access. I made it myself from Flywoo. This is from Beta FPV, and this is from Flywoo. This is mainly a plug that you put it here, but you have to put it before. Yeah, so it will come like this, and this mounted somewhere here, so you will have an easy access. So this is one of the options that you have. Another option is to mount it like this, so straight, but because we have 25 by 25 point something by 25 point something, the holes are located exactly under this part, so you can't move, you can't tighten the screws. It's really impossible to do this. Yeah, so one solution is to move the I/O unit to put it off center, something like this, and you have holes. You have these holes right here. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, these holes, and it will move a little bit right here, so you will not have the holes under these parts. So this is one of the solutions, but I wanted to build it exactly in the center because I think it's really nice frame, and it will fly very, very good, and I wanted to make it almost perfect. So this is why. So you can move it a little bit, or another thing that you can do is to move this plate up a little bit to this position. Yeah, and in this case you can't mount the I/O unit here because it will be very close to the air unit, the O3. So the O3, let me show you, will sit here, and if we move the board right here, it will be very close to this, and it's impossible to build. One solution is so to put this here and to put the board under, which then you have access, you can put it exactly in the middle, and you have access to the wires and the soldering part from under, which is okay. I mean, you have the place and it's doable. But for me, I didn't, this is an 4S rated flight controller. I didn't see it. Diego told me about this, and good that he told me, because otherwise I risked frying my board. And now I bought, in my opinion, the perfect board for this. It's really very good organized, and I like it. You have a ton of pads here, and I will mount it something like this. Let me show you, like this. So now we have access, fully access to the USB right here. As you can see, the USB is exactly in the opening here. We don't have any problems with this. The other board has the USB here, and it makes it really hard because of this to connect the cable. And now this USB is here, and it's very accessible, and it's not a problem at all. And we have the battery plug here, battery pads, and we have motors located here, and here, which makes it really easy. I mean, it's very easy. And what I like about this, you have a plug here for the receiver, so you don't have to solder, but you can solder on top if you want. And you have a plug, I don't know, yeah, it's here, right here, for the O3. Yeah, here you can see it better, which makes it really perfect. The only thing that we need to solder is the LEDs for our LED. Where is my LED? Here is the LED, and we have to solder these wires right here, and it's not a problem. I will get the wires under the flight controller from this side and solder them here, which makes it perfect, really perfect for this build. I mean, it's almost built for this frame. I really like this board. It's very good organized, and the pads stick a little bit. If you can see here, they stick a little bit, which makes it really easy to solder. They are not close to the electronics. For example, let's take this one. It's really a good board too, but you have to be very careful because they are almost, as you can see, touch the electronics, the MOSFETs, or I don't know how you call them. So this one is a little bit for experienced builders, and this one you can make it really easy, in my opinion. And I really like it. I really like it, and I think it will be a good choice for this build. So this is what I encountered, problems that I had with my with this build. It's not really problems, but since the frame is really small, you have to think very good what you will use, because otherwise you will have some problems. And yeah, it's not easy. But once built, guys, I think it's one of the best 3-inch freestyle drone in the market, in my opinion, because it's really small. I mean, look at this. It's very small, and the motors are very powerful. In my case, it's a 6S. It's very good with 4S as well, but I think with 6S it will be unstoppable, basically. So let's go ahead and prepare our pads and solder the capacitor and the battery lead out, because it's easier. and go and mount it and install the motors. So let's go ahead and do this. So let me show you here real quick where we need to solder. So as you can see here, these are for the LED here. So we have the LED, 5 volts and ground, which they are these pads, I think. Yeah, these pads here. To stick the wire better, you need to use some flux. So let's put some flux on all of our pads. I want to prepare our capacitor first, and as you can see in the package, you have in the package here in the Luminier, you have some capacitor. This one is the minus and this one is the plus. So here is the minus. Yeah, first we have to cut them to be the same length, so I will cut it right here, and we will put some heat shrink. It's not a heat shrink, it's isolation from the wires, and it worked perfectly. And here is the ground, the minus, and this is the plus. They will come right here. I will put them now. So this is the minus and this is the plus. I will put them under like this and bend them like this. Okay, let's prepare our battery pads first. So we heat the pad like this and we feed the solder. Like this, perfect. Now we do the same with all the other pads. Now we can go ahead and solder the battery lead. In the package you have those, but I want a little bit longer wires because I'm not sure how much I need, and this is why I have those two. You can solder them a little bit on an angle like this because we will the wires will be in the back and it's easier. I want to prepare the receiver now and solder it because I want to put the wires under the ESC. And we have a plug here. If you can see here, this is the plug for the receiver. You can solder it, of course, on top if you want, but as we have a plug, I want to use the plug. The only thing that I don't like that they used Luminier used the same color for all the wires, and it's a little bit confusing, but we can go and look at the scheme here. So this is this part, and as you can see, this wire, the first one here, is the ground. This one is the ground, 5 volts RX and TX. The third one is the RX on the flight controller and should go to the TX here. So this is the TX. And the last one is the TX on our flight controller and RX on the receiver. Perfect. Now we can go ahead and plug the receiver right here. And we can go ahead and plug the wires for the DJI. I have here the one that came with the DJI, I guess, or I am not sure, but it's very, very long, and I have another one that is short, and I made a plug like this that is the right length. And as you can see here, we have two wires that are not here. So if you can look at this one, we can start with the 5 volts, the battery, the ground. Those two are the TX and RX, and the last one, the yellow and brown here, are for the DJI S-Bus, the DJI remote controller. So if you are using the DJI remote controller, please do not remove those, because you will need them for your RC. But if you are using, like me, an ELRS or a crossfire receiver or anything else, then go ahead and remove it, please, because sometimes you will have problems. I had issues in the past, and yeah, now I am taking them out because I'm using the TX16S with the ELRS module, and yeah, this is why I took them out. This is our plug right here, and if you can look here, and we are starting with the 10 volts, ground, TX and RX, and those two are for the S-Bus. Perfect. Now it's time to secure the flight controller with our bolts right here. Let's attach the LED actually, because yeah, it's a little bit harder here. It's a little bit tight. Yeah, it worked, and it's sitting very good. Now we can go ahead and solder our wires here. First one is the LED, this one, the yellow one, 5 volts, and the last one is the ground. Now it's time to put our motors. I will put the wires under the flight controller, and it's not important how we will solder them, I mean the order. You can flip it around in Betaflight after. Perfect. Now we can go ahead and do the same process with all the wires, and I will get back to you in a moment. Perfect, guys. I'm very happy how it turned on. I mean, everything is well organized, and yeah, it looks very cool. Very nice. Now it's time to heat shrink our receiver, but before we need to put our antenna right here. So it will go something from here, and we put it right here like this, and we need to put the heat shrink now. Perfect. We can secure it with a zip tie right here, so it will stay organized. Perfect. Now it's time to put our DJI O3, and for this we need first to take the antenna out, because we can't do it otherwise. We have to put the antenna over here, and because of this we have to remove it from here. Now we can go ahead and put it back. Let's put our camera now in the protection, in this protection TPU. We have to remove the screws first. Let's try to put the air unit here, because this part is a little bit hard. And now we put the other side. Now we can push it into place. Now let's put the standoff. Let's see how it fits. And now let's put our camera. We have to remove the standoff right here because it doesn't fit otherwise. And we simply push the camera inside. Like this. The TPU is designed very good. I like this TPU, and this one, it's very, I mean, it fits very good. Now let's go ahead and put our standoff. We can twist the cable around because it's long. I forgot to put the cable for the air unit. Let's see if it fits now. Let's try to put it. It should fit. Okay, perfect. I managed to put it to pull it out, and now the hard part. Maybe I will need to remove this because I don't have access right here. Yeah, I have to remove it and put it back again after. Now let's put our camera. Perfect, guys. Last thing that we have to do is to solder the XT30 connection. I am not sure if I will use the XT30 or I will change it to XT60 because I have this small battery. This is the GNB 650 milliamp battery, and I have this China Hobbyline 1050, and I am not sure which one I will use. I will use this one with an adapter and see how it flies, and fly basically with this small battery, the GNB, and see how much time I have. I will see. It's good idea to use some extension cable and plug it in the connection because otherwise it will melt. I did it already here, and it will melt and ruin your connection. So this way the heat will be transferred through the wire and not stress very much the connector itself. Perfect, it is looking very good. Now we can go ahead and put the heat shrink. Perfect. Now I think it looks way better and it's well protected. And we are finished, guys. It is looking amazing. Everything is well organized and it is very nice. And here the frame comes with this rubber, this foam things that you can put one here like this. And we can go ahead and put the strap as well. I have a small strap that fits perfectly here. And let's put a battery to see how it looks. And it's fantastic. I think it looks very good. Yeah, I'm really happy how it turned out. Everything looks very good. Let's go ahead and connect a battery and see if everything is working as intended. For this, guys, don't forget to use the smoke stopper. This is the V-Fly version 2. I think it's called the Short Saver. This helps to prevent some damage to your components if you made something wrong, a short or something, and yeah, this prevents you from doing this. We connect the battery first here, and the unit is powered up, and this is how you turn it on. Now we have the green light and we can connect our drone. Perfect, everything is working okay. The receiver has light right here. The flight controller is lighting, as you can see, and the air unit, the O3, is lighting right here. So everything is working fine. The LED, I see a small LED here, but maybe in Betaflight we can turn it on. I'm not sure about this. So next thing, guys, is to go ahead and tune the quad and go fly it. I will walk you through the tuning of the quad. What we have to do basically in Betaflight, the O3 air unit, I already activated it because it was in other quad. So you need only to activate the O3 and you are good to go. So let's go ahead and tune the quad. Before we start into the tuning part, into the configuration of the drone, let's weigh the drone real fast. So the drone itself is 183 without props. With the props, 200 grams, and with the 650 battery, it's 300 grams. With the 1050 battery from China Hobby Line, 380, and with the 1100, 369. I am not sure how it will fly with those batteries. Maybe I need to buy around 850 or something, 6S battery, but we will see about this. First I will try it with this one and see how it flies. Before getting into Betaflight and start configuring the drone, I want to flash the ELRS into the receiver here, able to bind it with my TX16S. This is the first thing that we have to do in order to have a link between the RC and the drone and start configuring the drone. So you have to download the Express LRS configurator, and here you select the latest version. In my case it's the 3.3.2. Notice you have to have the exact same, not the exact same, but the same version on your RC. So for example, if you will flash the 2.5.2, I don't think it will work, or it will give you a little problems. So be sure to have the exact version if you can on your RC and on your receiver. Here I selected the SpeedyBee 2.4 gigahertz. You can select different versions depending on what you are using. And here the SpeedyBee Nano 2.4. Here select the Wi-Fi, and if you are in the EU, in Europe like me, you will select this one. If you are in different location, then you will select this one, I guess. And here is the binding phrase. Here you put the binding phrase that is already on your remote controller, and hit build. And here is the firmware that we have, and now we are ready to flash our firmware into the drone. In this case, my receiver is turning without plugging a battery, because if I plug a battery, I need to put a fan. I have a fan here, a USB fan, powered fan, and it's used to cool down the air unit because it gets really hot after a long period of use. But in this case, I see that the receiver is not requiring any power from the battery, and it's okay. We have to wait 40 seconds in order to the receiver to blink very fast. This means it will be in binding mode, and on the computer a Wi-Fi network with ELRS will appear. You can see now that the receiver is blinking very fast. This means it is in binding mode, and if we go into the Wi-Fi networks, we see the Express ELRS RX network here. We connect to this network and these screens appear. If it doesn't appear, go into your web browser and type 10.0.0.1 and the same screen should appear. Here, go to the Update tab and choose File. Select the file that we already built, this one, and hit Update. And update succeeded. Now if we turn on our radio, here you can see that I don't have connection with my drone, but if I plug a battery, you can see now that this lines is full. This means that my receiver is connected with my drone, but I can't power it on because it's not configured in Betaflight. You see nothing happens here, and I have to configure it in Betaflight in order for it to work. So let's go into Betaflight and start working on the drone. So to connect our drone to Betaflight, you need a cable like this that has a dongle from USB-C or whatever you have into this one, which is USB normal into USB-C again. I am not sure why it is working like this. I mean, a normal USB-C to USB-C one doesn't work all the time, so this is why I have it like this. So we go and connect the flight controller here, and we go to Betaflight. And if I hit connect, I can connect to my drone. But now I want to do something else. I hit disconnect and I will go to update firmware. I want to update the firmware on the flight controller since it is new to the latest version. I'm not sure which version we have. Let's connect real fast to see what version we have. So we have 4.5.0. I guess it is the latest version, but let's see. Auto detect, it detected our latest version and it is 4.5.0, so it is the latest version. We don't need to do this. Now I want to see that the flight controller is orientated correctly, and we hit reset axis here. It is a little bit, let me take this out, put it like this so it will stay flat. We hit calibrate accelerometer and reset axis, and if I do movement like this, I see that the drone is behaving correctly. I mean, it is showing me exactly what I am doing, so it is good. Let's go to the ports tab, and here we don't have anything configured. As you can see, we have only the USB port configured. We have to configure our receiver and our DJI. If you can look again at the scheme, the wiring scheme, we see that here we connected our receiver. So it says TX2 RX2. This means UART number 2. We configured, we connected our receiver, so we hit serial RX here, and the DJI is connected at UART number 1, as you can see here. So we go to UART number 1 and hit configuration MSP, and here MSP and display port, and save and reboot. Now we go to the configuration tab. We leave everything here. Here I want 180. This means that the drone will arm no matter what angle you put it in. This is for safety. You can leave it at 25, but it is better like this because sometimes the ground is like this or is like this, and you can't arm it otherwise. The air mode is permanently enabled here. I want to enable it only with a switch, it is almost useful more for indoor flying. This one I will not use it indoor, but if I want to use it indoor, I can use the prop guards, this one, and I can use it indoors, of course. And then I want to turn the air mode off because it tends to suck the drone into the wall when it is enabled. So I will disable it and enable it via switch on my remote controller. And OST, LED strip, and yeah, everything is okay. Now it is time to go to the receiver. Here, if you are using the DJI remote controller, you should leave it like this, but in our case we are using the Crossfire protocol, but the ELRS. So if you are using the Crossfire, you select the same, and here we select Crossfire and save and reboot. Now if we turn on our receiver, it should connect. Now as you can see, the drone, it is connected, and if we go to our receiver and move the gimbals, we see that the drone is behaving accordingly, and we will check a little bit if it is behaving as expected. So the throttle is correct, the yaw is correct, the pitch forward and backward is correct, and the roll is correct. So everything is okay here. If the drone are not behaving as expected, I mean the sticks are not corresponding to the same let's say functionalities on the drone, then you need to change this channel map right here. So here the first one is A, roll, pitch is E, and after the throttle and the R. If yours are not behaving the same and are not, it is wrong basically, you need to change the letters, switch the letters around, and then it will work for you. And we go to the modes. Here we define our switches in the remote controller, enable to do what we wanted to do on the drone. So first of all, we need the arm. My arm is here. You click add range, and when you flick this one, it detected it automatically, and we move this slider here where the small dot is. This means that when the switch is moved to this position, the arm function is active, and when I flick it back, it is in different position. Next one is the angle mode. I have it here. Angle mode is in the middle, so it's okay. And next one is the air mode. This one is the air mode, and I have it in this position enabled. So I move this one here. And the beeper is this one. So it is in this position. Blip after crash, the turtle mode. I have it here, so in the middle position, and now it is off. So now we go to the motors tab, and here we select bidirectional D-shot, and we agree. Now we should connect a battery in order to check the motors. Now what we have to do is to check the order of the motors and after the direction of the rotation. So let's start with motor number 1. This is motor number 1, and if we spin this motor, it's okay. Motor number 2 is this one, which is correct. Motor number 3 is this one, which is correct, and motor number 4 is this one, which is correct. Let's spin all of them together to see the direction of the motor, because it's important. So this one is spinning like this, which is correct. This one is like this, which is wrong. This one is wrong, and this one is wrong as well. To do this, we have to go to motor direction here, and we understand the risk. and we hit wizard and start spinning. So motor number 1 is correct, we leave it like it is. Number 2 is wrong, we hit 2 and now it is spinning correctly. Number 4 is wrong and we hit number 4. Now it is correct. Number 3 is wrong as well and we hit this one and it's spinning correctly. Now all the motors are spinning in the right direction and D shot 300, let's keep it at 300, is selected, and now we should be able to arm the quad. So now here we have the OSD values that we can configure in order to see some crucial information in our goggles, like the voltage, for example. And here, as we have the HD version, we have to select HD, and you see that the screen is switched to the HD position version. I tend to put the low voltage here, and here we select the battery voltage. I like to put it here to see the total battery voltage. The fly mode, I like to see it here. We don't have any GPS in this drone, so I will not select the GPS. RSSI value and RSSI dBm value. Timer 2, VTX bitrate, it's quite important, and I want the battery average cell voltage, because you know when to land when this value reaches about 3.55 for a LiPo battery. Then you should land, because otherwise you risk damaging the battery and falling out of the sky. So it's very important to see this value in your goggles, and hit save. And one thing we can do, we can go to the preset tab and hit here the HD, this one, and we hit UART number 1, because our VTX is at number 1, UART number 1, and we hit pick and save and reboot. This is it, guys, for the tuning part, the configuration part. Let's go ahead and get outside and start testing this beauty and see how it flies, and see from there if we need to change something in the tuning or not. Thank you very much, guys, for watching, and see you in the next one. Thank you, bye.
I was young, I was dumb then, running wild, low in self-esteem. Girl, you were everything I didn't need, but I think that's probably why we never got that far. Making out in my broke down car, tried to change me, I was too far gone. But can't you see I'm better now? Don't go breaking my heart just because I broke yours. Wasn't my fault. Don't say this is the end when we know there is more. A broken I will never fix this. A broken I will never fix this. Oh, 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 oh. A broken I will never fix. Don't go breaking my heart just because I broke yours. Wasn't my fault.